Okay, so now to getting the data out of Beemobile. What you need to have is a Cat5 or Cat6, just a network cable connected to your computer. Turn on Beemobile by virtue of the back little button, and then actually turn it on as if it was actually tracking satellites, so that the little LED light on the front goes from the flashing red to either flashing the blue or green, depending on where you are. But once that's done, right click your network properties on your computer and go into your change adapter options. And because it's an Ethernet connection, it's not a Wi-Fi connection, any of these, you right click the Ethernet connection, and you want to, in the TCP/IP communications protocol, what you want to do is you want to set it, typically is in automatic mode, but you want to set it manually 192.168.53 and 2, and then these values will be here. So once I hit the OK button, close, you can verify that it's successfully connected by just taking your browser of choice. In this case I'm just using Chrome, but what you'll do is we'll put in 192.168.53 and 100. If the Beemobile is connected successfully to your computer via that IP change that you made in your network protocol, then you should be able to actually see this screen come up. If it doesn't come up, then something that you did in that previous step with the IP addressing is wrong. One thing to pay attention to over here, if you do come into this page or look at this page, is this is the serial number of the actual Beemobile, and this will come into play when we start downloading. So this is a good page to actually have access to, just to verify that everything's working. Let's do this. To download, I use FileZilla. Open up FileZilla, hit File, Site Manager. I already have one preloaded, but you can just hit New Site and just populate the values that we just used for the browser. So 192.168.53.100. The username is admin, and then the password typically is the serial number, which is here, which means it will be the 5919C00438 in my case. In your case, the serial number will be different. But if all of these are correct, hitting connect should allow you to see the two internal folders. And if you go double click the internal folder over here and scroll all the way down, if they're sorted in order, you should have a couple of files that are created by you turning on that little green button once the actual Beemobile is on. I scanned 4 projects today, and I know they were the first 4 projects. So if you look at the date, and this is where there's your serial number for the actual scanner, and then there's a date. So it's 2020 0515, and then there's a Greenwich Mean Time kind of string. So this is 1412, so 2 p.m. 12 minutes past 2 p.m. over here. So that's my first file, that's my second, that's my third, that's my fourth. A very important thing that I learned while I was processing is you could, people are tempted to just download the ones that they need, but it's smartest to actually subdivide these into their own folders. So what I'll do is I will highlight the one that I want, and on the left over here you kind of navigate to where you want the files to be downloaded. But I created a TO4 files folder over here, and I separate them by date and by session. So I mean ABC means there were 3 sessions on May 12th. But what I'll do is I'll create, right click, create a directory, and I'll call it 05 15 2020 A, and go in there and grab my first file because I know that was the first file of the day. Right click and download, and it dumps it into my folder over here. Once it is here, this is where now you can either carry on. I can do the same exercise again, right click, and we'll do one more just for the sake of the video. 2020. This is my second file of the day. So, oops, wrong folder. This guy, and I'll grab the second one over here. So, or I guess that's my second one. So right click, download. This is where you may make a mistake. It's where it's kind of important to just be aware of what you're kind of doing. So we see this was my first file 1412, and this is my second file, which is 1427, and it is correct. 1412 was the first file, and 1427 is the second, third, fourth, and carry on. Once this is done, we'll just exit, and you're ready to go into postback.